Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, it is Monday. Yeah, it's November 25th. And yes, Monarchs Wrestling is live right now. Unfortunately for one of us, we had to watch a game last night where a guy wearing 26 decided to have a career night. The other guy, on the other hand, was able to enjoy it to cap off his birthday week. Yes, I'm gut punched. That darn Saquon Barkley decided to snatch the rim, so which capped off his birthday. So yes, the playmaker. Yes, I am in the building here to do what I do best: talk wrestling, even after getting punched in the mouth. And to my left over here, enjoying the Eagles background with the Eagles hat and the Eagles victory on Sunday Night Football, it's Cool McCain. As much of a gut punch that I have taken last night, the world of wrestling decided to have pay-per-views or PLEs all across the end part of November going into December.
Yeah.
So yes, we were going to recap what took place at All Elite Wrestling Full Gear 2024. Yes, we will talk about what's to come with WWE Survivor Series in Canada, Vancouver, Canada, by the way. But first, ladies and gentlemen, my partner Cool McCain says TNA has a pay-per-view that's coming up on this Thanksgiving weekend. Happy Thanksgiving to all y'all out there.
Yeah.
It is the holiday season.
Absolutely.
Hope y'all getting ready to enjoy the holidays. And those of you who are watching on radio, we are live on the Real Rise Radio. Shout out to Rise A Happy, our big bro. And we also will be on 502 American Angel Radio as well. Mr. Eagles Elite, TNA, sir.
Absolutely. All right, sir. Hey, so we're going to get to it. We're going to be time for WWE. Y'all know how it's going down, so y'all was hitting for and all that. Time to get into this call. So we're going to start at the bottom. We're going to work our way up. Opening match, theoretically, because we know this stuff will change at the last minute. Frankie Kazarian versus Mike Santana. Mike Santana goes from beating one of the biggest homemade stars in TNA, still there and loose, to now the next pay-per-view, Mike Santana is wrestling Frankie Kazarian. I don't see any reason for Frankie Kazarian to win this match unless the same booking team that's booking AEW has decided to book TNA. Mike Santana should win this match. What do you think, Playmaker? No special stipulations, just a regular wrestling match.
Frankie Kazarian.
Fair enough. All right, so instead of having a TNA World Tag Team Championship match, we're going to have a all-star showdown. But we're going to basically take two different feuds and shove them together in one match.
Oh.
So on one side, we've got Ace Austin, and then we've got Matthew and Jethro Hardy against Kushida and the Rascals, which consist of Trey Miguel and Zachary Wentz. This is 6 good guys fighting each other. Ace Austin doesn't have a partner right now because, of course, his partner had a bad injury. He's out for a while. If he'll wrestle, we don't know if he'll be back or not.
Injuries, what a terrible thing. Gotta hate them injuries.
So I'll just say it like this. What'd you say, man?
Yes, you gotta hate them injuries.
I ain't hear you, big dog. What'd you say?
Gotta hate them injuries.
Chris Bay. Yeah, Chris Bay had a bad injury, so he's going to be out of action for a while. Shout out to him, man. I hope he heals up and gets back and he's able to continue his career. And shout out to everyone who contributed to him, because obviously these guys, unless they buy it themselves, don't have regular insurance, and you need some major surgery. So shout out to that. But I mean, the problem, this match, there's not a winner in this match. Right? You've got 6 good guys fighting 3 versus 3. One side you got the Rascals and Kushida. The other side you got Ace Austin Lee. You got the Hardy Boys. So I'm gonna say, just because for some strange, crazy reason, the Hardy Boys are champions, but their team's gonna lose, so the Rascals can get a tag team championship match. Matt or Jeff will get pinned by one of the Rascals, and that, of course, will get Santino Marella to give them a tag team title match, probably on the episode of Impact, possibly on their December paper. What do you think, sir? If you have any thoughts at all.
Hardys,
okay. So we're going that side. So we're going opposite on that one. He'll probably be right. No DQ match. We've got Judas, Icarus, and Travis Wilson, who are the backup for Josh Alexander, banned from ringside. So Steve Macklin is now a good guy, and he'll be facing Josh Alexander in a no DQ match. First, let's just get to the elephant in the room. How can you bar somebody from ringside in a no DQ match? I'm going to go Josh Alexander. I just don't even understand why even make it a no DQ match if you're going to ban people from ringside. It's a no DQ match.
Yeah, boy. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. And next.
We're banning people from a no DQ match. All right. Then we have the aforementioned 6-way Thanksgiving turkey bowl match. The loser must wear a turkey suit. So since somebody's got to wear a turkey suit, who do you think is going to lose, sir? I'll give you the people again. Joe Hendry.
I know the people. I know the people.
Okay.
Just for the fun of it.
For the people listening.
Just for the fun of it. Hammerstone's wearing a turkey suit. Just for the fun of it. Hammerstone's gonna be the one wearing a turkey suit. You're not gonna do PCO.
I'm gonna say
he's a champion. You're not gonna do Joe Hendricks because he's Joe Hendricks. So you can eliminate them two right there.
Because we all believe in Joe Hendricks. And Hammerstone is a monster, so he's not gonna wear those suits.
Eric Young too darn crazy.
So member of the system would be, yeah. And John Schuyler, he's one of weird dudes, so it probably won't be him. It'll probably be Brian Myers. All right. Then we have the TNA X Division Championship, Moose versus Laredo Kid. Moose. I'm sure my co-host agrees. Moose ain't about to win a championship and then lose it. The secondary championship and then lose it like the next title events. They're not about to do that. Because if not, he'll be going to WWE too. TNA Knockouts World Championship. It's a 2 out of 3 falls match between Masha Slamovich and Jordan Grace. So I have to answer the question. I have to answer that match this way. If Jordan Grace is staying in TNA, if she's going to re-sign and be there for a minute, I think she wins the championship in a 2 out of 3 falls match. If she is going to end up leaving the company or her contract's over and she's not renewing it, then she's going to lose. I don't know for sure yet, but that's the caveats I have to give you for this match. Any thoughts, sir?
I don't like the fact you was in my brain. Slamovich keeps the title. She just beat her for the title. Why have her lose it to her right away? No, she wins. Slamovich wins.
Well, you can have. So the 2 out of 3 falls gives you that luxury because you can still have her beat Grace in one of these matches. right? But the Juggernaut, 2 out of 3. But I feel you. If she's not staying, it's gonna be Masha. I think if Jordan Grace is staying, she's gonna get that belt back. All right, main event.
Next.
TNA World Heavyweight Champion Nick Namath versus Eddie Edwards. Nick Namath should be winning this match. Eddie Edwards is a tag team specialist in the system. Now, all of a sudden, he's the guy that you're going to tell me he's going to beat Nick Namath. And Nick Namath beat Joe Hendry because he's got a evil devil JBL, a JBL taker thing that's helping him. So, Nick Namath, definitely. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is your TNA turning point. And this is not a turning point for the company. This is not a turning point for anybody. This is bad booking 101. TNA, I enjoy watching the product. I like a lot of storylines, but for this pay-per-view,
it's turning butt cheeks.
Well, it's a turning point, all right. It's not in a positive way. People are going to be turning and pointing their remote control at something else, or their clicker at something else, another channel.
And you doing it on a Friday, too.
Yeah, you're doing it on Black Friday.
7 p.m.
Yeah, you're doing it on Black Friday in Winston.
I know one state that won't be watching. And it's not that far from you either. Just saying. Because they got their in-state rivalry going at it on Friday.
It's not a prime time to do a show. And then to do a bad show on top of that, yeah, I'm sorry. We can put it how we want, say it how we want, display it how you want, whatever you want to do. Real talk. That's not a good show as far as the card itself. Now, I mean, you might have some great matches, but the card doesn't make sense. You had better competitors that you could put against Nick Namath. Jordan Grace getting a shot at Masha Slamovich after losing to her and having like 5 other women they had to beat off. Like, that doesn't make a lot of sense either. So it's a lot of inconsistencies. But instead of spending all our time talking about something that just feels like it was thrown together at the last minute in a tornado portal with Tony Khan, let's hit a few commercials here. Let's get back and let's get into this.
When we will get to Tony Khan.
After this.
Rams fans all around the world.
It's a beautiful thing to be a Rams fan right now. Stafford's back. We're going to see about Cup. And running back Kerryon Williams to return.
Lend me your ears, or should I say lend Playmaker your ears, as he breaks down week by week everything in the Los Angeles Rams canon.
Number 99, Aaron Donald. Can't wait for 2029 to come to know that you are going in the Hall of Fame, and it should be first ballot, no questions asked.
Join the Playmaker as he breaks down everything Los Angeles Rams style in Ramily Talk on the Playmakers Blog Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts. Oh, yes. The tradition, the pageantry, the spectacle, the history, the slut. Wait. I gotta rep my brother's stuff right. All my DMV soldiers, stand up! And welcome to the Commander's Gridiron Report. You want your commanders to be repped right? Well, D. Willie is your man. Commander's Gridiron Report. Every Tuesday at 11:05 a.m. Eastern, 10:05 a.m. Central on the Sotoba Media YouTube channel. Music by J. Cool.
Where my soldiers? Right side. Commanders. Where my soldiers? Left side.
The trolling game has went up to another level. That man played a Rams commercial followed by a Commanders commercial.
You know,
Back to
it's sad. I wasn't even thinking about it when I did it.
The trolling has went to another level.
I wasn't even thinking about it when I did it, though. I honestly wasn't even thinking about it. I feel where you're coming from, and I can understand why you might feel that way, but I honestly wasn't even thinking about it.
Back to back, the trolling session. Well, since it's
Like 96, 97.
Well, since we're on a trolling session, let's go up to New Jersey. New York with New Jersey at that. All elite full gear 2024. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. My co-host over here, he's trying to be respectable to every match on the card. Me personally, I can care less about 0 hour. All right? Just go ahead and get that out the way. Okay? It was nice to see Anna Jay back in the ring and getting the dub. But I don't care about nothing about the 0 hour. All right? Now, let's begin this off. Sir, Private Party had their first title defense and they retained their titles.
They did.
Anything you have with that? You more the AEW
Nope.
expert than me.
I don't have anything to say about it. That's the only thing that made sense. They didn't need to do a 4-way match. They could have just had a 1-on-1 match. So no surprise for
Have
me.
you seen the
That was
last
just as
of?
expected.
Have you seen the last of Billy Gunn?
Who knows? That man had retired and then came back. Who knows? Billy Gunn may never stop. Who knows? You know,
I really want to know what was said.
I don't mean
to do that.
to be like that, but like you had to worry him retiring. He at home, chilling with his wife and all that. Now you back. Now you doing.
Bad booking, right? Is what you said about 10.
I'm gonna just say that.
You said bad booking, correct? When it came to TNA and
Yes.
this pay-per-view they got coming on. We're in New
Yeah, the
Jersey.
matches themselves are badly booked.
No, follow me here. We're in New Jersey, correct? New York, New Jersey,
York.
correct? Who is from that area?
Mhm.
That's an AEW.
I don't know.
Those of you who are screaming, I'm gonna go ahead and Maxwell Jacob Freeman, who, by the way, is a heel
playing. I
at
know
this
it's
moment in
MJF.
time. He's going against Roderick Strong. Did we get a heel feeling from the crowd when MJF came out?
No, we didn't.
When Roderick Strong came out, how did the crowd react? Just
very
like me and him,
negatively.
did sat there for a minute. They just sat there. Nothing for Roderick Strong. By the way, we understood how this was going to go. Roderick Strong was going to get beat up by MJF. But, you know, they want to do the whole Adam Cole and Colorado come make the save for Roderick Strong. And I think I read something that Colorado called out Adam Cole because is it me or have you seen Adam Cole or MJF throw a punch at each other yet? Has any punch been thrown between these two yet?
Not that I can remember, except for when Adam Cole came back and he gave MJF a few punches before MJF got arena. That's the only thing I've seen.
How long ago was that?
Well, MJF ain't been on TV about 4 months, so it's been a minute. Last time that happened, Daniel Bryan was champion. Or Bryan Danielson, whatever.
So Colorado's like, dude, you keep running the man away. Go beat his behind already. All this staring each other down from a distance. We seen that enough. We need to see fisticuffs, point.
Tell them why you mad, huh? Yeah, we don't need no stare downs.
This is not my words. I got this from Bridgeport Report from earlier today. I got it from Forbes too, because they do review. Surprisingly enough, Forbes do reviews on wrestling. If you didn't know it, so this is Forbes. This is two news medias saying the same thing. So it's not me. I'm just echoing what other people have been saying.
Well, I'll say it. The whole feud between MJF and Adam Cole does not matter any longer. Unless there's some dastardly deeds that happen on one side or the other, it doesn't work. You know why it doesn't work? I'm going to tell you why it doesn't work. I'm going to be real quick about this. You know why it doesn't work? Because MJF should be the face and Adam Cole should be the heel. But you made MJF a face, and this whole feud is going to fall flat. This whole thing you're trying to do with MJF is right now is going to fall flat because he had the dastardly run as this same character 3 to 4 years ago. He had to
shout
face
out to
MJF.
my sister. Hey, sis, tell Brandon I said happy birthday.
But didn't want to do that. Now we're back to the same old, same old. And that's Miss Yo-Yo in the house. What up, Yolanda? We need to get you back up here.
I wish I had some tissue to do my Stephen A impression, because we finally got something right. We finally have some positivity when it comes to Mercedes Moné. Her match with Kristen Statlander was beautiful. It worked. She got the TBS title. But in a match, that was great. So hopefully this is the point in the right direction with Mercedes Moné in AEW. I am proud here, to say the least. Now, sir, you're the more critical one than I am when it comes to Mercedes Moné. So she retains the TBS title.
The roll up victory was lethargic, but the match itself I felt was really good. It's the best one I've seen out of Moné since she's been in AEW for sure. But again, the opponent matters too. Moné actually had someone to work with, because you put her in some feuds with women who are not good at carrying a match. And Moné is okay at carrying a match, but you want her in the ring with people who can do that along with her. Someone else who can also carry a match. If you looked at all of her best matches, she was in the ring with someone else who could carry a match as well. And as she gets a little bit more comfortable here in AEW, she got to back up now. She's fleshing out her character a little bit. So hopefully we'll get better Mercedes Moné from this, and we'll continue to actually care about her. But Tony Khan, if you see this, can you put down the tornado powder for 5 minutes and figure out a new song for Mercedes Moné? That would extremely help her character. Extremely. And Chris, that got some cakes.
I'm gonna be proud until Carmella finally is tired of the abuse from Mercedes Moné and decides to put her through the mat. Because I know that's coming. She's getting put through the mat. All of you Mercedes Moné fans out there, y'all shut up. I'm a Mercedes Moné fan too, and I see what's coming. Carmella's gonna put her through the freaking mat when she gets tired of it.
Yeah, Camille's gonna definitely turn on her. It's just a matter of if it's gonna be Indy Hartwell there too, if she's gonna get on both their nerves, if Camille gonna turn and then she's gonna bring in Indy Hartwell, if Indy's gonna come in a different way. It just depends on how they want to do the angle, but we already know what's coming. We already know.
Hey, Daniel is finally here, and I think he put something in chat that I thought you agree with 1,000,000%. And yes, I said 1,000,000.
Yes. Damian says AEW needs to have 2-night pay-per-views or cut them short, because I swear if I have to watch another long pay-per-view and sleep at 2 a.m. And for those listening on radio, he has 2 angry faces with the cursing with the mouth taped. and I agree. I've said this every time. I always say this about AEW. You go out, you have these spot fest matches that take too long. They don't tell a good story, and you get tired.
Shouldn't even be on the card in the first place.
You get fatigued watching 1,555 trillion matches and 10 quadrillion minutes of matches for pay-per-view.
For example, MJF and Roger Strong. That is not a pay-per-view worthy match. We know who's going to
And
win.
if you're going to put on a pay-per-view, it's a fast match. You don't have to have
Speaking of which,
the upper hand 3 times and do all that. Come on, man.
another match that I felt like, even though they have names for themselves, but it shouldn't be on the pay-per-view. Jay White gets the dub over Hangman Adam Page.
You know why you know why you feel like the match shouldn't be on pay-per-view, sir? Because the next match Jay White has, he's gonna lose. And the next match Hangman has, he's gonna win. So it doesn't matter. That's why you don't care.
I really don't.
Next.
Now, Tony Khan, if you listen to this, like my co-host said earlier, if you have Jay White win on his next match, I would be happy. But I doubt you're going to do such a thing.
But we already know what it is.
Now, obviously,
Jay White going to fight QT Marshall and lose.
Sid Diggy, what's going on, sir? How you doing? Now, a guy who, all right. If anybody's looking for the quote unquote showstopper for this generation, let me take you to Will Ospreay's versus Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher got the win. But guess what Will Ospreay does at every pay-per-view he's on? Match of the night.
Will Ospreay could go out there and have a fight with a bottle of alcohol, isopropyl rubbing alcohol, and had a match of the night.
He lost, but he got match of the night. Will Ospreay is this generation showstopper. You put him on the card, and he's going to give you the match that you want to see. That guy is that darn good. I will say Triple H style, but we're talking AEW. So,
but there's one concern I have from this playmaker.
Okay, is it with the loss?
No, it's about Kyle Fletcher.
Okay,
you've had this great match with Will Ospreay. Now people are gonna say, "Oh, Kyle Fletcher's gonna be thrust into a different stratosphere." Can Kyle Fletcher have a match like this with anybody else? We've seen Kyle Fletcher have many matches in AEW, and none of them have you ever said, "Man, this guy, this match is a match of the year candidate. This is a match of the pay-per-view. This is a match of the show candidate." So did you make the wrong choice because the guy that you gave the W to is not going to be able to run with it? That's my question.
Fair point. The shocker of Full Gear. Daniel Garcia defeated Jack Perry and is now the TNT champion. Who saw this coming?
Good job. I first want to say to you, good job for skipping over that whole Mariah May debacle thing.
I was kind of saving that.
With me and Shirakawa. Oh, I thought we were just going to skip it because I was going to be happy with that. So that did not belong on there either. I'm good with Daniel Garcia winning because Jack Perry wasn't moving the needle as TNT champion. So we need a new champion. And I like the belt design, but let's get their blood off, bro. What is we doing? That worked for Jack Perry because he's a weirdo. He's a real weirdo, but let's get a better version of the belt for Daniel Garcia. But I do like him winning. And I do like the overall design of the championship, just maybe a red back or something instead of just the red like thrown on there.
Now you brought up Mariah May and okay, so the reports from like Bleacher Report and Wrestling News and Forbes and all that's going to say Mariah betrayed Marina, but Can I add an extra word in there somewhere? You know, can I do that? How about
What?
Mariah failed betrayal? Because it seems like Marina was ready for it. Was am I seeing things differently? Am I reading the tea leaves differently?
So what
No,
they're
she tried
saying,
to betray, but it failed
yeah,
because
that's what
Marina
they're
was
saying.
one.
They're basically saying, and I agree with what they're saying, but I agree with you as well. I kind of see how you want to word it two different ways. But the fact of the matter is, you tried to get Marina Shirakawa, but she was already ready for you, and she ended up getting you. So it's like you betrayed her, but you got. So you betrayed Marina and you got at the same time. So there's a double negative on your end. You look like the bad guy, but you can't even finish the betrayal, so you look like a bad guy idiot. That's what I get from it.
And Tony Khan, this is where I get on you. Okay,
This is dynamite. Matter
I
of fact, this is
don't
collision worthy.
I don't
That
know if
whole
it's the
thing.
tornado powder. I don't know if it's something else. I don't know, but to have those women look as good as they was looking on that show, to have this segment is absurd. Okay, did you not see how those women was looking?
Well, I did.
I did not
You
need to
know I
see a
did.
betrayal in that moment. Okay, I did not need to see blood on one of the competitors who was dressed all good, and they both was wearing black. Tony Khan,
What do you want to see, man?
Tony Khan, you need to do better. They was dressed in their Sunday's best. Okay,
You want to see some?
they was
Take it
dressed in
to-
their
I'll take it
Sunday's
to-
best.
I'm gonna take it to Vince McMahon. Did you want to see some HLA? Is that what you want to see, man?
No, I did not need to see blood.
Yeah, we didn't need a betrayal. Honestly, we just didn't need a betrayal at all. 100%.
They need it,
We just didn't need one.
but
Yeah,
you did outsmart the both of us because we was trying to figure out who was going to crash the party. Nobody crashed the party. The party was self-sabotaged.
well, in all fairness, I mean, I felt like they tried to play the whole situation. Just whatever, man. Whatever.
So I give you kudos for trying to outsmart us with the self-sabotage party, which does happen in life. People actually self-sabotage their own parties. So you're trying. Still came up way short. Pun heavily attended. So they finally gave Ricochet a shot at the at a title for once, but yet they still won't put a title on Ricochet. Those of you who don't know, Ricochet was trying to capture the All Elite International Championship from Tanesha, who obviously retained the title. Matter of fact, they haven't done nothing with that title. Now that I sit here thinking about it, because I don't remember the last time you even brought up that title. And you're the AEW guy.
It could be the hardcore title as far as I'm concerned.
24/7 title.
Because they don't, I mean, like, you could make it a good title, right? But in order to make it a good title, you have to actually do something with it. Like, okay, you had it on Will Ospreay, that was good. You had a United States title thing with MJF, that was all right. But now you have Takeshita as the champion, and that's cool. Like, I don't even have a problem with him as champion. But how many times has he fought Ricochet since he had the belt? Are we serious? How many chances does Ricochet get when he gonna lose? We know Ricochet is gonna lose. Ricochet doesn't win championships in AEW. Let's just be honest. Join the Hurt Syndicate, please. It's the only way you might win something.
Great transition there, sir. Because yeah, I'm going to throw it right to you. Because yep, you said it was going to happen. I think you said how it was going to happen too, and it pretty much happened that way.
No surprise.
Those of you who don't know, Bobby Lashley beat Swerve Strickland, but the Hurt Lock.
Yep, no surprise.
Bobby Lashley don't like pinning people. He wants to hurt people. Think of the name of the group. Think of the name of his finishing move.
Think of the name of the finish. Yeah.
He wants to hurt people. You hurt them by making them submit. It's them saying, I can't take too much pain. I am done. Get me out of this. Or in this case, pass out. Which pretty much what Swerve did, passed out. He ain't tap out. Swerve don't tap out. He passes out. It's like an honor thing. Those young kids, it's like an honor thing. It's best for you to pass out instead of tap out. Which I don't know how smart that is nowadays.
It's not very smart. But since it's a scripted thing, it makes it a little bit better.
And obviously, the main event, AEW World Championship match, Jon Moxley defending against Orange Cassidy.
The main event that was not a main event.
That match that we looked at each other was like, I don't know why this on the card, but we know how this is going to go. Now, a little interesting thing is we did get to see Willow Nightingale taking out Marina Shafir. That was interesting.
We did.
That was very interesting. And then the interesting went right away because Daredevil himself decided to show up again. Do you want to kill Darby Allin, Tony Khan? With my watch going on, it probably tells me that's a very great question. Are you trying to kill Darby Allin? Because my goodness, now we're crashing cars with Darby Allin in it.
I do feel like they don't want that boy to survive. Honestly, man, if you're gonna make Jon Moxley's group, the Death Riders, if you're gonna make them matter, I'm sorry. Having him almost lose to Orange Cassidy, that's not the way to do it. And can we get a new belt? How about we get a new belt too? And Jon Moxley needs some more people.
Don't you got enough people?
If you're trying to take over the company, you need more people than that. And why do we have the title in the briefcase? What is that doing?
This gets to the comments. This simple fact, I ain't even thinking about Darby Allin and what he did is making me. I thought Jeff Hardy was a daredevil, but geez, y'all taking it to another level with Darby Allin. Oh my gosh. All right. Where are we at?
We're done.
Sid Dick says that Will Ospreay is the showstopper indeed. He also says the AEW locker room draws parallel with that of WCW over 23 years ago.
So here's where I would disagree with that. No one controls what they do. In WCW, people's contracts included like you had the right to veto anything that's given to you. In AEW, they're doing what they're told, and it sucks. Cheeks. It sucks majorly. But they are doing what they're being told. They don't have control over what's happening. And they may have some input at time, and they might be able to help infuse their characters, but they can't be like, nah, I don't want to do that. I'm not going to lose the championship. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that. So that's why I would say the difference is. But as far as the product that's being put out to us, I completely agree. They both are not good.
Ospreay should be on the Bears defense or O-line. Maybe he can tackle somebody.
That's a sad Bears fan. I get it.
Jack Perry has proven to be a liability and a detriment.
There's nothing that's been done to make me feel any other way. So no point arguing with Sig on that.
This is your comment of the night, sir. You go ahead.
So Damien says Tony Khan is snorting cement. So I believe he's snorting a powdery substance, but I do not believe it's cement. It's a little bit more mood altering, we'll say, than cement. But yeah, definitely something is being snorted at hurricane tornado levels within some type of small area. You know, when you go to Chuck E. Cheese, right? When you're a kid, you go to Chuck E. Cheese, you got a little niece or a little cousin or a kid or whatever, and you have the tickets are like all on the ground, and they turn on the wind. It's like a little tornado. That's where I believe the normally white, sometimes pale substance that is being snorted by Tony Khan is in his office. So if you're in his office and you don't step into that particular device, and I believe the one he has is made for multiple people, but if you don't step into there, then you don't get attacked with the hurricane tornado. But if you do step into there, it would definitely alter your career and not in a good way. That's my thought.
The fact that you went into the whole detail. That man gave everybody a very visual detail of what he's thinking. Like, that is not what we need. Damien said if T was smart and did want to do a betrayal of some sort, he should have had the Acclaim do it.
But when you snort that much powder, Damien, it becomes a problem.
He says Ricochet barely won titles in WWE other than United States title, which was short lasting. Yeah, the man had 4 cracks at the tag team titles and didn't win not one of them. All
and
on
your
Mania.
partner was Braun Strowman, who won it with a freaking kid.
Damien says, I'm starting to think that Darby Allin doesn't have a soul. He is legit the dead man.
He ain't got no sense. That's for sure. That is for sure. So Sig says true to my comment. However, the product is horrendous, and that is true. I will never argue with you that the product itself, the way it's being portrayed, is horrendous. Uh-oh, we got Key in the building. What up, Key?
That's not good for me.
Mr. Williams.
Mr. Williams. How you doing, sir?
And 6 says, I'm sure folks in Fulham aren't fond of the smiley imbecile either. I'm sure folks everywhere are not a fan of him, but I agree. Fulham.
Let's take that worldwide, shall we? I knew that was coming. I knew it.
He got a little message for you right there, sir. I'm not going to read it.
I knew it.
I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to do that to you.
Y'all got Saquon. Okay, y'all got Saquon.
For those of you who are listening on the radio,
I do. Those of you who are listening to the radio, He and Cool McCain are fans of the Philadelphia Eagles. Your boy over here, the playmaker, Darnell, is a fan of the Los Angeles Rams. So those of you who are football fans, you can put 2 and 2 together. And we can leave it like
I like
that.
the way you did that. I like the way you twerked that. Twerkulations. I like it. 6 says, by the way, the Khans own the English soccer team club Fulham FC in West London. Yes, Dad does. So you are correct.
Well, this ain't a sports show, so we can't talk about him because we're not looking too good either.
But what we can tell you over here, Sid, Tony, that's what we know.
All right. Commercial break here because I don't know how I'm gonna squeeze in less than 40 minutes of WWE, but I'll find a way because there's a lot that took place.
Some
in
of
WWE.
it can all tie together, though. We can tie something together.
Some of it can all tie together, but we still got a pay-per-view to talk about too. Oh,
We do.
PLE. My bad. PLE.
It's just picking matches. We got it.
Well, it ain't gonna be that hard. It's not but 3 matches official right
You
now.
know they're gonna be about 4 matches. You know how they do. Triple H's gonna have 4 matches. They're all gonna be 45 minutes.
But for Key, Sid Diggy, Damien, my sister Yolanda, Mr. Williams, y'all get ready because we talking WWE after this commercial break.
Let's go.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kurt the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on YouTube and where you can find podcasts. Drew Willingham.
In this case, yeah, you put the blame on Kyle Shanahan for apparently not preparing the team enough for the overtime rules, supposedly.
Cole Johnson.
Peyton was considered the winner, and he was the darling of all darlings for Gerald.
With a special appearance by Tyrone Alizé McDummy.
Ain't nobody calling me. Text. Delete.
Join these two football enthusiasts as they give you Total Football Talk. Live every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central on the Sertoba Media and the Comey Media YouTube channels. Whether it's news, the largest egg producer finds bird flu in chickens at a Texas plant, weather, devastating tornadoes rip through the heart of the United States, inspiration, a breast cancer survivor completed the journey of chemotherapy and now begins a future one of matrimony or sports. Michael Jordan is shown on a photo with Diddy. LeBron James has a video extolling the virtues of a Diddy party. This has been yet another Beating a Dead Horse presentation. We got you covered. BS3 Network proudly presents The Morning Shift with Cole Johnson. Live every weekday morning beginning April 29th at 8 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Central.
All right, welcome back to Monarchs of Wrestling. And Damien, I'm gonna need you to make sure you know where NFL players are at, because Leonard Floyd is with the 49ers, not with the Los Angeles Rams.
If you're on TV, if you're watching, there's it. If you're not watching, let's just say Damien had a snafu.
That's so you know, sir. It's with the 49ers. All right, WWE changing the things up. NXT. Now, the last time I left you with NXT, I did leave with the tag team brawl, correct, to end the previous show. Well, guess how we started the show? A tag team brawl out the gate. Well, it was actually doing an Iron Survivor qualifying match where Nathan Frazier won. By the way, but he had a tag. This is what amazes me, right? If you was to have a brawl on Raw SmackDown, what would happen? Cool. So what is it? What if there was a brawl on Raw SmackDown? What would happen?
Oh, you would get your referees come out and they break it up. I'm sick of this and sick of that and all that. That's where we're at now.
That match kept going while the brawl was still going on that ringside. I don't know if y'all saw that. The brawl continued and the match continued to happen at the same time.
NXT is unique in their presentation.
I was like, and the ref act like it was no brawl happening at all. He was just in the ring like, okay, what we got here? Anybody gonna pin submission? I'm just like, that's all right then. I didn't know how to take. I'm like, no referees came out and broke it up. It's a full on, pretty much every tag team in NXT was brawling at ringside. And then Nathan Frazier hits the, was that the Phoenix Splash that he did?
Yeah.
For the 1, 2, 3 to qualify for the Iron Survivors match. And by the way, like I said, to open the show, those of you who came in late, that the wrestling world decided to give us pay-per-view / PLEs up and down the weekend now. Well, deadline is next weekend.
So we'll be back talking deadline next week.
So we had Full Gear this past weekend. We got 20 Point Friday, Survivor Series Saturday, and then next week we got deadline. We can't take shows off because every time we turn around, it's like god darn event going on.
Yes.
So that's how we kicked off NXT. Stephanie Rocker, she won her qualifying match, so she's in the Iron Survivors Challenge. Oh, and by the way, Zarya also won her qualifying match, so now you got Ruko, Stephanie, and Zarya all in that match.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be one entertaining women's Iron Survivors match. And we only got 3 of them in there right now.
Right.
Good gracious. Sean Spears paid the Don Teddy D'Angelo a visit to his restaurant, along with Bobby. I can't remember his last name off the top of my head. Sorry for that. And Sean Spears, well, Tony Don actually made it clear he knew what Sean Spears wanted. He wants the North American Championship. And he was going to have Bobby to fight the Don for it. Well, Tony D'Angelo won. Not surprising. Which is not surprising whatsoever. But hey, you got a program with the Don and Sean Spears, sir. I want your thoughts on that.
We ain't cared about Sean Spears in 7 years, bro. And we still don't. That's my thoughts.
Let's see if you care about this one. Ashante Diodontis. Trying to be the Mac Daddy of NXT. Not really working. But Pepovich seems to have something towards Ashante. They won their mixed tag team match. Surprisingly. So, are we getting a love angle here?
You might as well get one with a
player angle.
We might as well just get a love angle here because, I mean, what else we doing with Ashante Diodontis? He might be the member of Hit Row that got done the worst.
Yeah, because B-Fab getting a lot of praises up on SmackDown.
B-Fab,
I can say that because she was not part of the show Friday.
B-Fab, I apologize. I apologize.
Yeah, you keep on apologizing, sir.
But at the same time.
But it's good you was late, and good that you was late than never.
We need to get the cake game up, though.
And speaking of the female wrestlers, Flake to Influence decided to show their behinds off on NXT. Not literally.
We was in a bakery out this month.
But they was dressed. They was dressed very nicely, though. I would say that, including the North American champion herself, Haley.
We were in
their promo. They spotted a women's brawl. This is where I become Cool McCain because Jakari Jackson had on the school outfit with the skirt.
Cake.
But yeah, so women's brawl. Now to get back off my Cool McCain's hat. A women's brawl ensued on. So we had 2 brawls on NXT. It's a 2-hour show, and we had room for 2 brawls to take place.
They don't have AEW style matches, I'll tell you that.
And here's the interesting part. You don't know where she's coming from. So where did you come from? Tatum Paxley sent the women's North American champion a message. A very hard message, by the way.
I do want to say that we can let Tatum Paxley in the bakery. But she did leave a hard message. No Diddy.
I'm gonna get to y'all comments, but Damien comment on this last one right here needs to be highlighted. This last comment has to be highlighted.
We gotta go down a different road with Damien here. That's wild.
I'm just saying this comment needs to be highlighted because I'm pretty sure you kept saying bakery. He went to a different shop. And I can't really disagree with him on that one either. Damien, I'll give you this one. Damien says, that segment felt like I was at a candy store. He was getting his 50 cent on.
They take him to the candy shop.
But hey, Tatum Paxley, good job. I don't even know what them. Booker T or Vic Joseph know what to call that move that she did, but it was a very hard move. I can tell you that. Halen got dropped and she felt every bit of it. And then, ladies and gentlemen, unlike a Stephen A. Smith that will cry for tears of joy, this one brought tears of sadness to the WWE universe. We went at it one more time with Rich Hollins and Andre Chase. The magnitude of this match was enormous because the winner of this match gets Trick Williams. I believe it's going to be at Deadline for the NXT title match. But if Andre Chase was to lose, once again to Rich Hollins, Chase U would be no more. A crossbody from the top rope by Andre Chase. Rich Hollins rolls through. Does his finisher. 1, 2, 3. And your winner, Ridge Hollins. Meaning, Chase University is no more Cool McCain.
Can we have the same match on Raw with PFC, please? That we can get rid of the 2 worst groups in WWE in 7 days.
That's pretty.
If you're a Chase U fan, I'm sorry. It sucks.
That's pretty harsh.
It needs to be over.
And he don't even
Ridge
like Ridge Holland. He don't even like Ridge Holland.
I don't, but that group is just bad enough where you like, bro, it's got to be over. Kudos to Ridge Holland, you doofy boy, for getting rid of that.
That's why I'm so surprised, because I know he don't even like Ridge Holland.
I was like, yo, Ridge, whoop that trick, please.
So that was your NXT from last week. Now let's get to the main roster, because I did things differently. Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen, as I go through my notes here. So, we all had a question last week. Will they be a women's war game? If there is, who will be involved in it, correct? Then we saw the whole thing with the whole tag team match with Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez challenging the Power Cakes for the tag team titles, and all of a sudden Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton, and Candice LeRae decided to get involved, and we was trying to make out why. Well, we got an answer from Nia Jax. She simply said she don't care for Liv Morgan. She don't care for Raquel Rodriguez, but she cared for the tag champions, which still doesn't make sense to me. But hey, that's the story. That's their story. They sticking with it, okay? Some parts of you worrying about more about the tag team than a woman who beat you to be the Crown Jewel Women's Champion. But hey, okay, just me. That's just me.
What happens was two bad guys. You can't have two bad guys fight. Like, we can't do that. It's got to be the bad guys versus the faces. It's got to be that.
But she did it at Crown Jewel. That's my point.
Especially around Survivor Series time, because the bad guys got to be on one team, united.
But you did it in Crown Jewel. You did it early in the month. The money ain't even over yet. Now, so Liv Morgan being okay, for once I'm gonna use this word, being the smart ass that she want to be. I know how this is gonna go. So which one do I want to throw the first punch? Because it's 5-on-4. So if the team with 4 throw the first punch, we know that's not gonna work right. Sir, a certain music hit.
It did. And if you didn't watch, it goes a little something like, "This is my brutality."
With the face mask and all.
With the Phantom of the
Rhea
Opera
Ripley. Or walking with a purpose into the ring. She goes into the ring and she says 2 words. War games. And smacks and headbutts the brace off Liv Morgan. And a brawl ensues. And then our War Games women's match has been official. Technically.
That time the match did include the Power Cakes, Naomi, Io Sky, and the aforementioned Mommy.
I'm just saying, technically. Rey Mysterio defeats Chad Gable in a one-on-one match. Chad Gable slaps the Creed brothers around and everything's good.
They get all right. Really weird.
All right.
Really?
We had a backstage segment with the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther and his running mate Luke Kaiser. And I have to admit, Gunther says some pretty truthful, encouraging words to Luke Kaiser. Go be your own man. Now, at first, it sounded like that was the end of the Imperium completely. But when you have time to reflect on it, he was pretty much trying to tell Luca, dude, you're just as good. Go show the world.
Go get some gold.
And then the champion tried to sneak attack Damian Priest, and let's just say the champ was unsuccessful. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Anything you want to say about that? In that failed attempt of a
Damian Priest left Gunther laying on the ground, stood over him, and mocked him. Was squatting down. You get your man Pierce in there, and then he says, "Hey," Damian Priest leaves. It was perfect. That was
But-
Cody Rhodes, and we had to be a 15-minute segment in the ring, by the way. And let's take a shot at my own boy.
No comment. Well, Luke Kaiser did make an impact. We had an Intercontinental Championship match between Braun Breaker and Sheamus. And when I say impact, I do mean impact. He took out Braun Breaker first, which we did not see coming. We didn't even think about Luke Kaiser when it came to the Intercontinental Championship match. But he did forget about his rivalry with Sheamus. He took out Sheamus too. And told Sheamus, I will not stop until you are completely done. So even though he has this rivalry with Sheamus, but now he put his self in the sights of Braun Breaker. And we both know how Braun Breaker operates, and he would not forget this.
How stupid are you, Luke Kaiser? The answer to that, very stupid.
A for courage. You can say A for courage.
F for logic.
But a F for logic. Yeah. The Water Raiders defeated Stupid Dom and Carlito. But the tag champs, the world tag champs, they attacked them and laid them laying. It amazes me that guys have their second lead the World Raiders laying. That's the only thing I gotta say about that. And it wasn't even a 4-on-2 attack. That's what make it even worse. Anything you want to say? Okay. Before we get to the main event, Sami Zayn and the Usos, they went back to Seth Rollins again. They tried one more time to recruit Seth Rollins. And for the second week in a row, Seth Rollins vehemently, with every fiber in his body, say he's not teaming with Roman Reigns ever again. Okay. He's going to end in Bronson Reed, and Bronson Reed's not going to make it to Vancouver, Canada. Once this is done.
That's what he said.
Well, Bloodline 2.0. Well, Bloodline 2.0 had different ideas. So, the Gorillas of Destiny, because yes, we still gonna call them Gorillas of Destiny.
G.O.D.
Along with Jacob Fatu, appear as soon as the match began. The Usos and Sami Zayn even up the odds, got them away. And we went through the match, 5-4 through the match, all the good stuff. And then when Seth Rollins, he does the stomp. But it says that's not enough. Especially after what they did in the first match. He's going to go to the top rope and do the super stomp like he did last time. But Solo Sikoa is in the building as well. Standing on top of the announce table. What's up? Bronson Reed throws Seth Rollins off the top of the rope. Couple of sentons and then a tsunami. And he beats Seth Rollins. Thanks to Solo Sikoa. Now we're going to fast forward to right through SmackDown, shall we? Because we're gonna tie all that main event in of Raw into what took place on Friday night. Because, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who didn't know, Friday was somebody's birthday. That guy over there rocking the Eagles hat. Cool McCain's birthday was on Friday. Dude, our birthday is literally 2 weeks apart.
Yeah, and WWE gave me a birthday present on Friday night.
They gave you a birthday present, and they gave you a not so good birthday present at the same time.
We focus on the positive.
But yeah, it's part of the notes.
There's only 2 things to talk about for SmackDown, really.
It's part of the notes, all right? Follow me here. So I'm going to go ahead and quick through this bloodline, open the show. So Sikoa says he does his whole tribal chief type thing like he Roman Reigns, but he's not. The case may be. But he simply says this. When Roman Reigns get here, meet him in his ring, and accept the terms of surrender. He wants Roman Reigns to surrender. We'll see how that goes. Now to the not so good birthday present that Triple H decided to give Cool McCain. Women's United States qualifying match. We had Bianca Belair going against Chelsea Green, and somehow she came out of the blue again. Blair Davenport.
Some moving to some jabroni named Blair at this point.
Just saying, came out of the. All right, we going back and forth, and be honestly, we know who the job is because Blair Davenport, because she was the one who was getting no type of offense in. It was pretty much Chelsea Green and Bianca Belair teeing off on Davenport.
Horrible.
Go back and forth. We had this nice, exciting match. In the back of my head, I'm like, so Chelsea Green's going to win this match for some freaking reason because Bianca Belair is part of War Games. And she's a tag champion, so that's pretty much 2 strikes on her already. We haven't seen Davenport for like forever. So y'all going to make Chelsea Green. And by the way, I must say, Chelsea Green is becoming a fan favorite. Did you not listen to that Salt Lake City crowd? Is it me or Chelsea Green is about to be turned babyface because of the crowd?
There's only one way to do it. She's gonna have to get a splash from Piper Niven.
Just making sure I wasn't the only one who was paying attention to that.
She's a hot mess, sir. Whoa!
The crowd is loving Chelsea Green.
They are, because they're hot messes and she's a hot mess.
Anyway, we go back and forth. Bianca Belair, she went for the pin. Baron Davenport kicks out at 2. And all you hear is, we need help, we need help. We zoom backstage. Well, since it was your birthday, sir, I won't let you do it. I'll do it for you, okay? We go backstage and we see Jade Cargill laid out on top of a car.
And for some reason, they decided to also play that on the Titantron screen where Bianca can see it in the middle of her match. So, of course, minute hesitation, she wants to be a champion. But partner's hurt. She got to go back there and check on her. Goes back there. We first see Jade laid across the car like she was thrown from the top of the World State Building, World Trade Center or something. Empire State Building. Just laying there. She is legitimately hurt. So this is not a work. She's legitimately hurt, but they had to write her off TV. Then she's in the ambulance.
Multiple injuries. And I do put that in all capital letters. Multiple injuries.
And then Bianca goes with her to the hospital.
She gets an ambulance with Jade.
So I want to throw one thing out about that real quick. Everybody says, "Oh, that cost Bianca her shot at the United States Championship." Well, let's not forget, there's one important thing. Jade Cargill had a triple threat match as well. And she's not going to be able to compete in that match. So who would be a great person to compete in this match in place of Jade Cargill?
My question is this. So people threw Bianca Belair name out there. That was the first name people threw out. This is like crazy work.
Black on black crown. That's what they want.
They threw Bianca name out there quickly. I'm like, didn't Bianca just get in the ambulance with her? Like, that's kind of mean. Then we threw Charlotte Flair's name out there. Haven't seen her in a long time. We haven't seen her in a very long time. And then just about probably yesterday, I know somebody in the chat was part of that group too. They threw Naomi name in there. So far, the only one that's responding has been Naomi, because Naomi's like, yo, I want an apology when I am proven innocent.
Well, you got to think about this. None of those people make sense. You know who does make sense? Somebody needs to go back to being a heel. I'm sick of seeing them try to play face.
Oh Lord, not her. Not her.
You know who I'm talking about. Bailey Cakes. Heel Bailey Cakes. That's what we need. And guess who's going to end up being Jade Cargill's replacement in the War Games match? It's going to end up being Bailey. So who's going to benefit from Jade Cargill being out of action? It's going to be Bailey. So if you're going to benefit from somebody getting hurt, why not be the person that hurts them?
I'll give you the reason why he said that in a minute. But yes, that's where we at right now. But yes, Jade Cargill, she has multiple injuries. All right.
No more power cakes.
So at some point, it looks like them titles going to be relinquished, or unless Naomi becomes the tag team partner with Bianca. Just throwing that out there. LA Knight defended the title against Santos Escobar. And of course, we know who's going to win this match.
Right.
But Nakamura reappeared. This time, put a little more hurting on LA Knight this go around. With the all black look, the darkness of Shinsuke.
I'm sorry, calling him Darth Sensei.
I'm gonna continue to ride this raid with Shinsuke for right now. But I know I'm with you with your concerns as well. But I'm gonna ride this raid for a minute, okay? Would I be? I'm gonna ride this way for a minute. He probably not, but I'm gonna ride this way. I want to see where it goes. I'm a little interested in seeing where this is gonna go with Shinsuke on this one. This is a dark side.
You could go back to New Japan or go to AEW or somewhere. That's where you need to go. But they ain't gonna do nothing with him there at WWE.
Now, let's get to a good part of the show. Cody Rhodes made his appearance on SmackDown as he's supposed to. No suit. He was not wearing a suit. No politicking. No kissing babies. No signing autographs. Me and Kevin Owens had this face to face. And Kevin Owens was disappointed that Cody Rhodes didn't have on his politician shirt. Because Kevin Owens wore his, his tuxedo shirt. He felt disappointed.
His best dress is his.
And I must say, sir, Kevin Owens and your boy Cody Rhodes had a fiery promo, both of which was speaking truth to power. First, let's start on the Kevin Owens side. Kevin Owens says, everything I did is your fault, Cody. Why? Because you decided to team with Roman Reigns. And why Roman Reigns? And why is that my problem? They tried to end me several times, especially that guy right there, Roman Reigns. Tried to end me. And you decided to team with him when he had nobody to team with. He was going to go down to Solo Sikoa and his bloodline all on his own. Which, in a way, sounds like my co-host over here when we was going through that. So, from the Kevin Owens side, sir, anything you want to say? Just the Kevin Owens side.
You're delusional, but you play the delusional psychopath really well.
On the Cody Rhodes side, Cody Rhodes said, if you want to say it's my fault because I teamed with Roman, fine. But Roman needed a partner. I accepted the call. It wasn't about you. I thought that was the right thing to do. I mean, he could have actually said Solo didn't give him a choice either. And I'd have been fine with that because that's what it was. Solo didn't really give him a choice. He lumped you in there with it. Am I wrong? So he could have said that, but he said, hey, thought it's the right thing to do. All right, you playing the babyface role. I get it. He also said, let's talk about Kevin Owens, shall we? Went through the accolades, Grand Slam champ and all that, but for some reason, Kevin Owens felt like he's missing something. He doesn't understand what he has accomplished in WWE. I'm paraphrasing here, by the way, people. And he also gave him a very hard truth. You was the one that didn't pull the trigger back at Bash in Berlin. You was the one who didn't go for the title at Bash in Berlin. You, not me, you made that choice. And then you gave Randy Orton a bandit move that ended lives of which he did not deserve. You crossed every line yet you could. I was like, wow. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about my code. I'm like, my code is probably sitting here saying, what was this Cody Rhodes the whole darn time? Even though he probably said a different word besides darn, but what was this Cody Rhodes at?
First of all, it was darn.
It was darn.
daggone. It was daggone, actually. And even though there was a good promo by Cody, Kevin Owens as a promo dropper is leaps and bounds above Cody. And that was apparent during that promo exchange. But Cody tried. He's better than some of them ones he gives when he's kissing babies and smiling and lifting and all that. So it's better than those.
I actually gave Cody Rhodes that dub on that one, to be honest. Because I don't know how you come back from you was the one who didn't pull the trigger. It's your fault. The reason why you're not triggered.
I get what he's saying. The theory of what he's saying was better, but delivery wise, I would still take Kevin Owens. Delivery means a lot in the promo.
Okay. So this match is advertised. Card subject to change. I don't think we use that enough because people think when we say stuff that actually is. Card is always subject to change, okay? It may show one thing, but card is always subject to change. So for right now, November 25th, 2024, Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes are scheduled to fight in the first edition of Saturday night's main event, which will be December 14th. Oh yeah, that's the week after deadline. Do y'all see what I'm going? We got PLEs and pay-per-views all up and down the freaking board now. We can't get a weekend without one now. Saturday night main event's the week after, sir. The week after the deadline. So we got that going on. We had a War Games preview. We had Bayley and Naomi teaming together against Candice LeRae and Tiffany Stratton. Match in no contest because Nia Jax being Nia Jax, and then Liv Morgan Raquel showed up, and then Io Scott showed. By the way, Io Scott looked good Friday night. And then you all know who showed up, but she showed up with a kendo stick this time. And I'm pretty sure Candice LeRae and Raquel Rodriguez do not want to see Rhea Ripley with a kendo stick in her hand ever again.
No, they shouldn't.
Well, quickly, Montez Ford defeated Tommaso Ciampa, and Tommaso Ciampa is losing it.
The Black Heart's coming.
He is losing it.
The Black Heart is coming.
Will Johnny Gargano come with him, or that would be the end of DIY?
It'll probably be the end of DIY because DIY really sucks. So it'll probably be the end of it.
And then finally, ladies and gentlemen, the main event. Bloodline 2.0 back in the ring. OG Bloodline makes their way, but before they made their way, they had a backstage segment. The Usos and Sami was going through the list again, and Jay was like, well, we just asked Cody. Roman Reigns looked at Jay, was like, no. Sami was like, why not? That's old news. That's done for. That was a one-time thing. Which, if you go back to when they did the whole thing at Georgia Tech, that's pretty much what it's supposed to be, a one-time thing. So Roman Reigns is sticking to what was being told, okay? So you got to give him kudos on that one. Me sticking to what was told. That was a one-time thing. We're not doing it again. And then same brought up that old faithful name again. Seth Rollins, and you saw the look on Roman Reigns' face. Now, we finna go over, but I got to get this in. If I remember correctly, sir. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
Seth Rollins has this whole hatred for Roman Reigns, right?
Yes.
Like Roman Reigns is the worst human being on earth, correct?
Yes.
But if my memory serves me correctly, Roman Reigns didn't break up the Shield.
Right.
I thought Seth Rollins broke up the Shield.
He did.
So why is Seth Rollins treating Roman Reigns like he's the worst human being, but he was the one who broke up the group? Did I miss something?
Because Roman Reigns became a sacrilegious a-hole in Seth Rollins' eyes. But a lot of that could be because Seth Rollins beat him in the back with a chair. It's kind of like what they call victim blaming.
Okay. All right. I needed that answer. So OG Bloodline 2.0 face to face. Solo starts on up saying, "I'm not here to fight you." He says he actually loves all four of them. And if they come together, they can run the company for decades, which they've already been running the company for decades, and they're probably going to run the company for a decade more because of how many of them is in the freaking family, if we're being quite honest. But he says, "Come over to my side. Let's run this company. If not, you die where you stand." Gives Roman Reigns the mic. Before Roman Reigns put the mic up to his mouth, but before Roman Reigns can utter a syllable out of his mouth, ladies and gentlemen, is that Paul Heyman? The wise man has returned. All right. The wise man is here. By the way, to a lot of people, wrestling fans like pick at everything. Yes, Paul Heyman and Solo Sikoa dressed exactly alike. Could that be a sign? We don't know. But they was dressed exactly alike, sir. Do you see anything there, or are you just coincidence?
I mean, Paul Heyman had to wear Solo shirt because nobody else's shirt might have fit.
He says, "Ladies and gentlemen," and then he did the whole "my name is Paul Heyman" thing. But he says, "Help me, because my mouth may be off. I was put through an announce table at Madison Square Garden. Long-term storytelling is what we trying to be telling y'all. They pay attention to long-term storytelling. He brought up what happened last time he was on SmackDown. He was put through an announce table in his home state, by the way, of New York. We can't have War Games 4 versus 5. That map doesn't sound right. No, it would be 5 versus 5 at War Games." And my good old sister, she said I was right about CM Punk and Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman music hits. CM Punk pretty much motivated CM Punk, by the way. Tape up one hand up, and the fist started flying, sir. We have a 5th member of the OG bloodline. Or do we?
Oh, we do. I got to be honest. This makes sense because Paul had told Roman Reigns when CM Punk came back, he's off limits and stuff like that. But I thought Brittle Phil was hurt again. So I thought he was going to be out for a couple more months hurt. I didn't realize he was actually healthy. And they just kept him off TV. That's why I didn't think he was going to come. I'd be 100% on that. It makes sense, but I thought he was hurt.
And to go back to say more storytelling, who was the last person in the ring the last time Paul Heyman was in the ring with Solo? In the Bloodline 2.0.
CM Punk. Told him to come with him and leave that mess alone.
Long-term storytelling. They tied it all together going into War Games.
But here's the one thing I have to say about it. You mean to tell me that adding Phil Brooks, aka CM Punk, and adding a massive monster equals out the teams?
Those of you who listen already, he's saying they're adding a Bronson Reed. By the way, Bronson Reed looks very much well fitted in the Bloodline 2.0. I just got to say that. He fits in very well with Bloodline 2.0. You can just look at him like, darn, he fit in.
That's one of their cousins.
Does he not? You look at him like, He fits in so well.
He does.
You wouldn't even think about it until you saw it.
He does.
But he's saying the addition of Bronson Reed to Bloodline 2.0 and CM Punk to the OG Bloodline equals out. No, it doesn't. But can I throw a question at you and everybody that's watching and listening, sir?
Sure.
Where does Seth Rollins fit in now? Because for those of you who want a background,
beef.
For those who need background knowledge of my question before you try to figure it out, Bronson Reed beat Seth Rollins thanks to the Bloodline 2.0 on Raw. We already know how Seth Rollins feels about Roman Reigns, and we know how Seth Rollins feels about CM Punk. So what happened is Seth Rollins did not OG Bloodline twice, and then CM Punk becomes the fifth member. So that's my question. Where does Seth Rollins fit in now? Now Seth Rollins really has 3 targets in one match.
You know he's gonna go after the team with the 2 targets. It only makes sense.
So our series looking pretty good. And speaking of which, women's war games, who you got?
I got Rhea's team.
Yeah, I'm going with
the faces got to win one. Because unlike AEW, faces actually win in PLEs. WWE
World Championship match. Are we both leading Gunther?
It should be Priest, but it's too soon. It's got to be Gunther right now. But I think Priest might get that belt back in a few months.
Let's go back to my point of why I didn't. The reason why he agreed with me why I did not want Priest to win that number one contenders match to begin with.
Right. I didn't think that was a good move.
You're going Bloodline 2.0, sir.
I am going Bloodline 2.0. This story is done if Bloodline wins.
So you saying Bloodline can't, the OG Bloodline can't win, or else there's no more story to be told.
Right. If they win, then there's no more story to be told. Now, when they lose, we need to get rid of CM Punk. We need to bring in a family. CM Punk ain't family. You can say Sammy's family, that's cool, but CM Punk ain't family. We need to win this with family.
There's so many ways they can go with this match. You got the addition of CM Punk, who ties into Paul Heyman, who ties into Roman Reigns. So that's one angle. Seth Rollins, we already talked about, is another angle. My brother, before I got on the show, talked about Drew McIntyre coming back. That's another angle.
I talked about that the other day, too. I said something in the chat. Drew McIntyre. I don't think he's ever going to be finished with CM Punk.
And there's always...
Or he might come out and play more, Seth Rollins in the head just because we want to beat him up.
And guess what? There's always the possibility of that guy that's tearing up Hollywood. The Rock. So many angles for this match. I was feeling that since the OG Bloodline lost that crown jewel, maybe they need to win this match. They just want one a piece. You get a third one to finally decide this whole thing. But Cool McCain and my brother, they say no, Bloodline 2.0 should win this match.
You have to show continued dominance, or there's no point. Now, it doesn't have to be clean. They just have to win.
So, that is Survivor Series for y'all coming. It's only 3 matches official on the card. They're probably going to add like a 4th or 5th match.
They'll probably add one more on Raw and SmackDown.
But not that many matches. I think they also
match.
I think they're also trying to gear up for Saturday night's main event, which is in 2 weeks. So
no comment.
That's why the Universal Championship match is advertised for Saturday's night main event and not Survivor Series.
Hey yo, Raw's on. It should start off with CM Punk coming out and explaining why he's on Roman Reigns' team. Probably won't, but that's what we should do. Because you know what? They don't care about the Blanchard anymore. So it's whatever. It's whatever. They just don't care. They didn't even make it through the end of 2024 before they just stopped caring. But they don't care about that anymore. So CM Punk should just come out and do that. Just go ahead and get out of the way. Probably won't, but that's what should happen. Yeah, I know next week we'll be talking about what happens on Impact's pay-per-view, TNA's pay-per-view. We'll also be talking about what happens on this one. We got to preview NXT, and we'll give you a little AEW. Probably won't be too much because these yellow and white powder tornadoes don't give you a lot to work with. We can't work with what ain't there. We cannot squeeze blood from a turnip. It doesn't work. We'll give you what we can.
And I won't be taking over the show this next week either.
Hey, you want to take over the show, bro? Far be it from me. Far be it from me.
No, it was your birthday, so I had to put more of the load.
She got the Rip Hamilton mask. Absolutely.
On SmackDown, she came out with the Batman mask. Or so I say Batgirl mask.
Daniel Barry in the building says, what's up? What's up, Daniel Barry? Key. KO promo was better. There were a few more comments, but we got to get out of here.
Yeah, because I already hear some chaos on Raw right now.
If you are watching this anywhere besides at Real Play Callers on YouTube, how about we go make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button there. If you're not watching it on Shady Sports Network, let's do the same. Shout out to everybody. Make sure to tell 4 of your friends, 4 people you think are your friends that may or may not like you, and 4 people who don't like you. Just because they're not interested in you doesn't mean that they won't like us. And as always, it's never where you start. It's always where you finish. And y'all know what time it is.
Close out, happy Thanksgiving one last time.
One last time. Make sure you eat a lot and make sure you slump over. Watch the replay of this with your family. Y'all into wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get your boys some more exposures. We'll holler. Shout out Real Wise Radio, 502 Angel Radio, and we out.